In this mobile developer coaching video, I'm going to explain 3 of the most common acronyms you'll find in user acquisition: CPI, or cost per install, LTV, lifetime value, and CPM, which is cost per 1,000 impressions. These 3 are the central principles of UA. Your acquisition cost needs to be lower than the financial value of players in your game. So how much, on average, is it costing you to acquire a user versus how much revenue you're getting from an individual on average? Your goal is to, of course, generate a lower CPI and a higher LTV. And if you are able to achieve this, you're definitely on the right track. CPI versus LTV gives you a snapshot of how effective your game is from a marketing standpoint. As you continue to learn and understand your data, the CPI may not be the most important factor. We might start looking more into our return on ad spend, that ROAS, rather than the CPI, for instance. This might be because you're willing to pay more CPI for users with a higher LTV. So moving on to CPM. Remember that this means cost per mille. Mille in French or Latin for 1,000, meaning that CPM is the cost per 1,000 impressions. And it's important to acknowledge that CPM pretty much underlines everything that happens within UA and ad monetization. It is the way that we measure value within the digital economy and within mobile. Whether we're paying for traffic or receiving ad revenue, it's the core metric that underpins spend and revenue. CPM is a pivotal metric that significantly impacts a game's scalability. When CPM is higher, ad networks prioritize the display of ads, resulting in an increase in ad impressions. Consequently, this can lead to a higher number of downloads, ultimately translating into increased revenue for the game. To gain a better understanding of CPM, it's essential to delve into its 2 key components: cost per install, CPI, and conversion rate, CVR. These elements collectively contribute to CPM. CPI represents the cost aspect of the equation, and the objective is to maintain CPI at a level where UA actively remains sufficiently profitable. Conversely, conversion rate, CVR, reflects the effectiveness of the journey from the App Store page to the actual installation of the app. A high CVR shows a successful transition from initial user interest to a concrete action, which is installing the app. This efficiency in the conversion process is a critical factor in optimizing CPM, as it maximizes the value from advertising spend by ensuring that a higher percentage of users who engage with the ad ultimately become app users. Now let's look at CPM for monetization, where we're getting paid for the impressions served on ads in our games. If we're paying a $20 CPM, but we've managed to optimize our waterfall to a point where we're getting paid a $25 CPM on average, then that's obviously just straight up worth more to us, and we're getting more money for every 1,000 impressions that we show. So overall, there's definitely a sweet spot to find with CPM, how much you're willing to pay versus what you're getting back. So now you're clued up on the basics of user acquisition, including all of these acronyms. We hope you're ready to learn more at an intermediate and advanced level.